First of all, I would like to thank you for inviting me in this presentation. I guess it will be a very fruitful meeting in Cairo Textile Week. Um, I would like to give some idea about the lamination and coating business and the advantages of these applications. Actually, as Maliplast, we are in the adhesive supply side for the lamination business. We are producing Hotmelt adhesive films and webs. Besides this, we are also producing some part of the TPU membranes, and also we have got some reinforcement fabrics which are mostly used for the shoe and bag production. In lamination and coating business, the main idea is to give different kind of possibilities on the materials that our customers are using. There is no limitation actually in the usage of laminated materials. Mostly people are asking me, where are the materials? Actually, they are in everywhere. In the real life, in the real materials, in the products that we are using, you can see the laminated materials everywhere in the cars, inside of the houses, on the roads. I mean, on the garments that we are using, or on the articles, on the accessories that we are using. They are in everywhere. Wherever there is a composite material, you can consider that there is a lamination, or even coated materials. They are considered to be used in different kind of applications. There are some definitions which you can find also in the applications like Wikipedia and so on. Coating and laminating are, as definition, lamination is defined as bonding different layers together, and coating is covering the surface of any material with any kind of material that can be put on the surface. There are different kind of techniques for the lamination. The most spreaded one, I can say, are the water-based laminations and solvent-based laminations. The main reason is their cost effectiveness. Actually, they are very cheap applications. They are applied with water-based adhesives. There are plenty different kind of adhesives, some acrylic-based or polyvinyl acetate-based, or even water-based TPU adhesives. They are used in these applications. There are also some solvent-based lamination systems. Solvent-based adhesives are very strong adhesives, but as you can imagine, in most of the countries, they are not allowed to use due to environmental restrictions. And the new system, not the new system, but let's say the system which is progressing day by day, is the Hotmelt lamination systems. In the Hotmelt lamination systems, we are talking about a Hotmelt material. This can be, there are different kind of applications also over there. These systems are mostly depending on the existing machineries inside of our customers' factories. We are in this presentation, we will mostly concentrate on the film and web laminations. Actually, in my slides, you can see some photos of the water-based and solvent-based lamination machines. Those are systems which are mostly based on the evaporation of water of the solvent inside of the adhesive. So first of all, the adhesive is applied on the surface of the fabric. Then the second layer is coming together. Then there is a big hot drum where this evaporation process is taking place. The same is valid for the solvent systems also. I put those machines on my slides because these machines, on these machines, you can use also hot melt adhesive films as there is a hot drum. Actually, hot melt in general terms is, as it can be understood from the from its name, it is a material which is melting at high temperatures compared to the room temperature, of course. It can be in different forms, actually. Hot melt materials, they can be in form of film or web or powder or even blocks. It can be applied with different kind of equipments like melting systems. The blocks can be molten in melting systems, then applied by means of it can be a gravure roller or a printing screen or even a slot die system. They can be applied on the surface of the fabric. Then later on, the second layer of fabric is applied there. So there is no evaporation process which will take place because the material is already 100% solid material. The main application, the hot melt film application, is mostly done on transfer printing machines. As you can see on the slide, there is a hot drum in the middle, which is surrounded by heat resistant felt. The heat resistant felt covers the hot drum like this. You have got the most surface, application surface, which will take place, where it will take place the melting process and the pressing process. So the two materials on the slide, the blue one and the green one, are the materials to be laminated, and in the middle you are feeding the orange one is represented as the hot melt film or web, and at the end of this process you finish the lamination process. The same application can be done on flatbed lamination machines. There you have got two flat materials. It's not like the transfer printing machine. In the transfer printing machine, you are turning around the hot roll. In the flat lamination machine, you are taking it's flat. There are two parallel belts. Mostly they are Teflon coated glass fiber belts. There are several pressing steps inside of the machine, and there are some heating and cooling zones inside of this kind of machine. Again, the same application is done there. With the heat and press, you are melting the material, the adhesive material, hot melt adhesive material in between those two substrates. Also, the hot calendaring machine can be used for this application. In this kind of machines, you have got one steel roll, which is mostly heated with thermal oil system, and in the bottom there is one rubber coated roll. By pressing and the heat applied by the steel roll, you get the lamination effects. The advantage of this kind of system is that you apply the heat in very small area, so the material is not under the heat stress coming from the hot roll. The disadvantage will be the lamination speed will be very slow compared to the other systems. When we come to the application areas, actually it's as I told at the beginning, it's very wide. In the garment sector, mostly for the coats, it can be used. There are some waterproof applications that can be done with some membranes. In the upholstery sector, it can be used in order to reduce the production cost in the weaving side by reducing the yarn count on the weft and warp. Then in order to increase the stability of the material, lamination is done mostly on the back side. For some outdoor upholstery applications like outdoor cushions for the cafes and so on, some water impermeable membrane applications can be done on the materials. Then there are some medical protective products. There also mostly the product is composed several layers. It can be outside, both sides. There can be knitted fabric, and in the middle with a neoprene foam, you can get this kind of products base material. For the underwear applications also the same thing, especially for the bra cups, it is mostly used or Hotmelt webs. It provides, especially when you are applying the Hotmelt web, it provides the breathability in order not to cover the whole surface of the material. In the automotive application, inside of the automotive, almost all parts which are in contact with textile are composite materials. It can be in the headliners, on the A-B pillars or the side trims, also on the, as you can imagine, on the car seats. Almost all materials are laminated materials. So you need to use an adhesive in this application in order to get this composite material. And in automotive applications, Hotmelt is almost a must because the water-based adhesives or solvent-based adhesives emissions create risky effects inside of the car. Therefore, car producers have got some restrictions, and they have got some requirements about the tests concerning volatile organic compounds or formaldehyde levels that products can contain in a certain level. At the same time, as an example, we can give the wood industry. As you can imagine, the wood industry, in the wood industry, the PVC applied, PVC surface applied cardboards are very widely used. There also the lamination is required in between the wooden part and the PVC part. In the conventional method, standard water-based or solvent-based sprayable adhesives are used. In order to replace these applications, we are recommending Hotmelt films or Hotmelt webs also for these applications. In the filtration sector, the same is applied. In the filtration, as you can imagine, several layers of materials should be used for different size particle filtration. And there mostly Hotmelt webs are used because they let pass through the air. It's not like film. In case of Hotmelt films, despite they are adhesive, they are creating a certain coverage, and they may not let pass through the air. So when we come to what can be offered by Maliplast, I would like to repeat again that we have got Hotmelt lamination films, adhesive films, Hotmelt lamination adhesive webs, fabric, leather reinforcement materials. Those are applied mostly in the shoe applications or in the bag applications. And we have got some TPU membranes. We have got different grades. Actually, I just cited the grades that we are offering to our customers. EVA, for example, EVA 100F is our main product, which we are selling most of the markets. It is a general application product. It can be used in very wide range of applications, from garment to upholstery, shoe, bags, even for different kind of application. It can be used almost in everywhere. 300F is a pure EVA product, so it is mostly recommended for the medical material applications. EVA 080F is a new product which we developed especially for the heat sensitive material lamination. EVA 080F is a low melt material, even compared to 100F. 100F is already has got a reasonable melting point around 90-95 degrees. EVA 080F has got even lower at around 60-70 degrees. So it's very good for the EVA foam lamination, where EVA foam is considered as a heat sensitive material. You cannot heat up too much. It causes some swelling problems on the fabric surface. Then we have got 500F. It's a product with low smell product. Actually, 100F, 300F, and 080F, they don't have smell at the end product, but during the lamination process, there might be some smelling effects. This is reduced with 500. And the last product in the Hotmelt film side is the 600F. Actually, it is a chemical reaction material, which is a high performance EVA product, EVA Hotmelt adhesive product. Actually, it has got also a very wide range of application. Again, from for example, from carpet applications to garment applications, and even for the wood and metal applications, for example, aluminum foil and fabric, or aluminum foil with paper lamination applications, it gives very good performance. In the Hotmelt adhesive film side, we have got also two TPU Hotmelt film grades, which we are selling to our customers. The first one is the one which we are recommending for the shoe. Actually, the shoes, the new type of Skechers type shoes directly from knitted fabric, or TPU hot melt film is mostly used there for the lamination of the logos on the shoes, and this product is also used for the lamination of the patches. Not actually in the confection side, in order to increase the production speed, the patches in some cases they are not sewed, but they are applied with a hot melt adhesive, or TPU hot melt film gives very good performance over there. The second product is actually a high elastic TPU hot melt adhesive, which is mostly used for the seamless underwear. But of course, it is not only used in this. It is not only limited in the seamless underwear. That wherever there is need for the high elasticity, or AR 1250 is mostly used there. Now I pass to the hot melt adhesive web sites. Hot melt adhesive web, the difference of hot melt adhesive web and film is that web is a kind of non-woven. It is produced as a non-woven product, so it is a porous material. It's not like a fully surface covered film. But it is still an adhesive, so it reacts like a hot melt film. It is also melting at its melting temperatures. We have got two different types which we can offer for the moment. One is copolyamide, the other one is copolyester. In the polyamide side, the biggest advantage of polyamide is that it has got good washing resistance and dry cleaning performance. The first product that I can mention is our PA200WT. It has got very good emission values, which is very good for the automotive applications, especially for the automotive seats. Some filter applications it is used, and also for the garment applications also, thanks to its washing resistance, it is also used in the garment applications. So there, actually PA200WT has got an average melting range at around 110, 120 degrees. We have got another similar product. It has got similar performance in terms of washability and dry cleaning performance and emissions. But we have got another one, PA240, which is a caprolactam-free product. This caprolactam is one of the raw materials which are used inside of the polyamide production. Actually, any kind of polyamides it can be found, but for copolyamide products, there are some other raw materials that can be used also for the copolyamide production. So there, for PA240, caprolactam is replaced with another raw materials. Caprolactam is actually it might be a requirement. There might be a requirement from the OEM producers about the caprolactam levels inside of the product. So for this kind of requirement, we offer or 240WT. It has got the same melting range with PA200WT. Then we have got our PA080WT. It is a low melt product. Actually, it gives very good performance with genuine leather lamination applications, especially for the automotive application. There, the genuine leather is sensitive to the heat, so the surface, in order not to lose gravure, the design on the surface of the leather, there might be a requirement for a low melt polyamide hot melt adhesive. Now I would like to pass to polyester hot melt webs. Polyester is also used for the lamination field as hot melt adhesive web. The biggest advantage is cost. Actually, polyester is better in terms of cost, lower in terms of cost compared to polyamide. There we have got our 300 WT. It's a general applications material which we are recommending for any kind of hot melt adhesive applications. It can be garments, even in the automotive applications. For example, for the headliner applications, we are recommending our polyester 300 WT. Then we have got polyester 400 WT. Actually, polyester 300 has got a melting range around 95 to 900 degrees. Polyester 400 has got very high melting range, which is around for 140, 145 degrees. This is a big advantage for the high washing resistance. It is resistant even to 80, 85 degrees washing cycles. But at the same time, it is resistant to high temperatures, especially for the automotive sector. For example, for the laminations inside of the cars, as you can imagine, in the hot climate countries, I mean, when you leave the car under the sun, inside of the car, the temperatures can reach even 100, 110 degrees, which is not that much good for the hot melt lamination, because hot melt lamination, when you are using thermoplastic hot melt adhesives, I mean, when you go over the melting range or near the softening points of the hot melt adhesives, the material can get delaminated. Polyester 400 WT gives very good performance with its high melting, high temperature resistance. And the last product in the hot melt adhesive web part is the 080 WT, which is a low melt, again low melt hot melt adhesive web. It has got around 70 degrees, 70, 75 degrees melting range, which is very good for the any kind of material which is heat sensitive. It can be membranes, it can be genuine leather, or it can be synthetic leather, where the surface or even the material itself can be sensitive to the heat stress which can come from the machine during the lamination process. After the adhesive part, I would like to pass to TPU membranes. Actually, we are quite new in this field, but we have got quite good range of product. Actually, we have got our transparent film, we have got white TPU membrane, and we have got also the black TPU membrane. These or products are mostly used for the water impermeability. They have got a certain level of breathability also. So the products where you need water impermeability, you can make a sandwich by putting the TPU membrane in the middle. You can get good water resistance. Or transparent TPU 100 TF is also used for the shoe applications, especially inside socks of the shoes. Our customers are using our TPU 100 TF, and with a sealing tape, They are sealing the sewn part of the socks like this. I mean, on the shoe, which is constructed upper side of the sock, provides you very good water impermeability effects. And we have got, as I mentioned, we have got also the fabric leather reinforcement materials. These are mostly woven or knitted fabrics, which are coated with hot melt adhesives. They are in some terms, they are like fusible interlinings in the confection sector, but they are mostly used for the shoe applications. In the shoe application, especially for the leather shoes, the leather can be a thin layer of leather, and it may require a certain strength during the shoe process. For this kind of application, we have got also a good range of products where we are serving the shoe markets in Turkey and also in the export markets. So thank you very much for listening to me. If there will be any news, any requirement, you can contact me by email, or you can send me message, or you can even call me. Thank you.